All right, folks, let's review the markets, indexes, sectors, and some stocks. So first thing is ES on the left-hand side. We see that there's a rally, 9% done in 8 days with a big thrust. That thrust right here in the upper left-hand chart had follow through, and I'm looking for a pullback and then sideways consolidation. So this thrust is quite large, and other markets are confirming because they thrusted up or down. So that's a very good sign. So we're going to see how this thing pulls back. So far, the pullbacks have been weak, as you can see by their ability to thrust. They can't thrust. So probably looking for it to come back down a little bit, test, spring, and then go. All right, next is the bonds. It's a 7% move again. This took out two prior highs and has a nice thrust breakout right above this area. It's really nice. Very weak pullback and follow through within that same wave, 7% done in 7 days. So this is a good sign. Definitely want to see how it reacts in the pullback. So far, week these last 3 days that had lower end closes are weak. Look at this, nothing. That's a very good sign. Bitcoin is a disaster. I'm not going to go over that. Gold also, look at this, 11% done in 8 days, right? Now, it's just not on the chart. Nothing on the chart that rivals this move. And the way it broke, these two highs with a reversal, with a breakout, and then this prior high up here with also a breakout. I mean, we're talking about thrust, thrust, thrust. Well, look at the way it pulled back. Nothing. So, I mean, this is just a matter of what levels are going to tag and reverse. So that's what I'm looking at. Gold making that higher high, gets on top of the upper band, boom, breaks it. Breaks 1, 2, 3 prior highs with thrust, thrust, thrust. So, and look at these pullbacks, or these attempts to go down. They went down one went down for 4 days, the other went down for only 1 day. And I think it's a spring into this change of behavior. So this is looking very interesting. And one other thing that I want to mention, the last wave down over here that did 6%, it took I think 12 days, and it has that characteristic of a lot of bars, which means that it's dull. Selling is dull. Then it sprung and then it rallied and with good speed. Next is crude. I'm a little confused about this market because yes, you have 23% move, which is the biggest. It did 23% in 10 days, right? And it made that slightly higher high. Now what happens is when the move is a slightly higher high, there are two things that will happen. One is that you have to take a look to see if it's an upthrust. The other is that there's no liquidity, meaning the breakout buyers are not buying there. What that means is that it goes down in order to go up. So that's what I'm taking a look at. Which one is it? Is it going down to catch orders and build positions and then reverse? Or is it just weak? And I'm not really sure. So I'm backing off of this. Relative strength is weak, so forget it. The other market that's really important and impacts the Forex markets is the way the dollar broke. All right, this breakdown on this thrust, very significant, makes a lower low, very clean lower low, which means it has speed. It has speed, it broke, took out 1, 2, 3 prior lows. It did 6% in 8 days. With a thrust, and now it's about to test. As it tests this area, very important to look at look at the euro and see how the euro and the pound are gonna react as well. I think this is setting up take a look at this this pullback so far. Look at this. Where's the damage? Where's the aggression? Is this buying? No. This has the same feel of that shorts taking profits. It's a bounce 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Where's the aggression? Where's that heavy? If you compare it to the rally down, there's no contest. So I mean, it's similar to this Bitcoin, from this to this. You see that? That's weakness. That's weakness. As it's trying to come up, nothing. So this is really important to be able to see that, because as it comes into this area, we want to see if it's going to up thrust, if it's going to, I don't know what, but it's coming close to that area, and see if the reversal occurs. Take a look at the markets. I mean, made a 9% in 8 days. The S&P did 9% in 8 days. This is the breakout bar right there. Right there's the breakout bar, and right there you see the same breakout bar on IWM, rallying 9% in 8 days. Very big thrust. I mean, look at the rejection. It tagged this area, and boom, it gapped up. So, all right, same thing here. Now this is getting interesting because in some markets you're kind of testing, right? Mid caps testing, transports. In other markets, kind of testing as well. IWM testing, SPY testing. Yeah, actually testing. So now the idea is to build some cause, meaning 1 or 2 bars, have a spring, etc., and then they'll complete the planning for the next rally up. Next, complete the planning for the execution back up for the rally. All right, so 9%, 9%, 13%, QQQ, the 13%, but there's something. I'm not too crazy about Qs right now. Tech is not as strong as the industrials. I mean, take a look at the relative strength here. You can clearly see the Dow and the transports. Basically, the industrials and the transport are the strongest. So the stocks that have to do with the industrials and the transports are the ones that are really leading. So there's some stocks in these groups that should be looked at for the next leg up. Why? There's an idea in Wyckoff about the stocks that move the furthest, the fastest. Moving the furthest, it depends on relative strength, and fastest also depends on relative strength. But furthest, I think, also depends on the cause that's built. Right now, I don't see a cause built. It's just one bar test, one bar test, one bar test, which leads me to believe that they're going to pull back and create that cause. So, I mean, it could be the other way. I just don't see the planning done. But what causes the same thing as planning? Planning what? Execution. What's the execution? The next rally. So that's what's going on here. And I mean, you can see over here, it pulled back, and then it tested, and had all of this, and then it went. Comes back, has overlapping bars. So that's the testing process, the little overlapping bars, creating the range, creating the reaccumulation. Do you see that over here? I don't. You see that here? No. See that here? No. You see that here? No. You see that here? Not yet. All right, let's move. All right, so just going to quickly take a look at the current swing and analyze it. So this chart has a lot of indicators, but just bear with me. I don't know what else to do but to examine it. I need to have these indicators. All right, so this first pullback was 2%, and it was done in 2 days. This on the ES. All right, so the 2% done in 2 days. Do we have cause? Not yet. All right, now let's go to how that looks. 1 sec. I have to move the charts around, but I mean, let's take a look at how it looks how does that pullback look on a lower time frame chart? All right, so this daily pullback was 2% in 2 days, but how does it look? Okay, so what we have here, I mean, it basically just tested support. All right, so do we have any indications of strength? A little bit of strength here. I mean, it did from this high, it's 78 ticks in 78 or 780 ticks in 8 hours, 43 ticks, and it did about 750 ticks in 8 hours, and I don't really see the reversal. So this may be an area of cause development right here. So I'd be a little wary. I don't really see like a change of behavior for a reversal back up. If you take a look at this, right? Do you see anything? I mean, you might say this is a higher high and a higher low, but there's no real evidence of significant strength. I mean, at least for a reversal here. Could be wrong, but I don't see it. All right. Now taking a look at the Wyckoff wave, this thing is just going, and we'll see if there's any indications. Yeah, I can't. There's some data issue there, so I'm not really seeing anything. All right, coming back, using again on the SPY, you have. So you had 152,000 going down, stocks going down, then 100, then 200, 159, and then 125, and then the low test of only 5,000, followed by this reversal back up on 156,000. So that is a significant number. I mean, it's not not as significant as this, 227,000. So I think just wait. It's just not clear. I mean, all it did was come back, and if you extend this range, right, you'll see that it's developing the range. This high, up thrusted, tap, and we'll see if it goes or not. But I mean, this up thrusting above these highs is actually a good sign, especially after these pullbacks. But I just don't see the strength that I like to see. Right. And let's see what else. All right, yeah, I got the data back for the Wyckoff wave. Yeah, this is actually getting really interesting. You gotta take a look what the Wyckoff wave shows. The Wyckoff wave shows that the market is breaking out above the highs. I mean, pierced the high. See that? I mean, pulled back, made a high, made a higher high. So look at this. SPY didn't do it yet, right? Because you know the Wyckoff wave is a leading indicator, right? So we're over here. Here. We're over there, but look at this. This thing is ready to go. Maybe I'm not really sure if it's ready to go, but it's bullish. You have this low, this low, this low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So I'd be worried for any short positions because the reversal, right? The reversal that basically took out the high, pulled back, and looks like it's going, is right on this day right here. That 30-minute period, and look at the follow through. Then you had a weak pullback, and I mean, it's coming very close to taking out that high. So, yeah, I mean, I don't see cause development yet. The Wyckoff wave is in a position of strength and it leads because those are the leading markets. All right. So now that we have the idea here is to get an impression of the trend. That's all it is. This activity allows you to get an impression of the trend and understand which way is the next swing going. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it ready to go? Etc. etc. All right, folks. That's all. Take care. Bye.